With temperatures falling and winter on the way, our next guests have written a story that aims to warm readers' hearts. Angie Thomas and Dhonielle Clayton are two of the 6 authors behind Whiteout. The novel is a celebration of Black joy and young love in snowy Atlanta. It's a follow-up to their New York Times bestseller, Blackout. We spoke with the authors last year about the novel. Take a look.
One thing that Blackout does, and it does beautifully, is that it affirms to Black kids that you can be the center of the love story. And we're telling them over and over again that their lives matter, but we're telling them in the context of trauma. And I think that by showing various kinds of love stories, it really brings that message home that your lives matter, your dreams matter, your love matters, your hope matters, all of it matters.
I think we're like the Captain Planet of YA, right? All of our forces combined has now created this wonderful experience that as we move through the city and move through the stories and meet the characters, it comes alive.
Angie Thomas and Dhonielle Clayton joins us right now. Good morning. How are you doing?
Good morning.
All right, so Dhonielle, how did the idea for Whiteout come about?
Well, I was talking to my niece, who's 16, and she kept saying, why don't Black girls get to be the center of love stories in film and TV? And she was really upset about it. And we thought, whoa, that's right. And so we did Blackout, which is heat. And then we have a couple of Christmas queens that are part of our 6, you know what I mean, 6. So we thought, Black people in the snow, super cute.
True.
And super unusual. People in the snow. But Angie, I'm fascinated by all of you authors together. How do you decide who's going to write what? Because there's 6 of you.
Yeah.
How do you divide up what?
Well, you know, we call them leadership skills that Dhonielle here has. She basically came to us and she said, you know what, there are these tropes in literature that are so often used, like, you know, best friends to lovers, blah, blah, blah. But we rarely get to see Black kids in these tropes. So she's like, I'm going to assign you a trope, and I want you to use that and write that story. And so it was, you know, when you're an adult.
Tell us some of the tropes. Bump, bump, bump.
Well, we have enemies to lovers.
Yeah.
Best friends to lovers. What's another one? Triangle.
Triangle. And the big one is the grovel, right?
Yeah.
It's
What's the grovel?
a second chance. You've messed up.
Oh, you messed up and you got to grovel.
Yes.
You got to grovel. You got to
correct.
And there's some big groveling in this.
Yes.
I love that you said it's a love story that feels like a big, glorious puzzle, because sometimes falling in love feels like a puzzle. Isn't that good?
Yeah, and it's true.
And it's hard, and when you're a teenager and you have all of these feelings,
Yes.
trying to figure out how to talk about those feelings and have the courage to love is really hard. You're a puzzle yourself, so we wanted to make the book feel like a puzzle of many different kinds of love stories and one big, messy love story.
Yeah.
Well, so it does deal with serious topics like sexual identity, mental health. How do you navigate those storylines so that they resonate with readers?
Well, I think the main thing is, as young adult authors, we respect our readers. We respect what they're going through. We respect their struggles. We respect their triumphs. And we listen to them. And in writing for them, I think that's the most important thing you have to do. So we're also talking about, young people who are dealing with things we've all dealt with.
Yes.
Anxiety and all of these things. We've dealt with these. So we're going from our own experiences as well and showing that, hey, here are characters who look like you who are going through these same things, and hopefully normalizing it for them a little more.
There's a great scene in the book that I cracked up. It's Omari and Jordan, and they're in the car and they're driving, and everybody knows if you're driving, you have control of the radio.
Yes.
Everybody knows that.
Everybody knows that.
He kept changing the radio station.
No.
Reckless.
Jordan was driving, and she was very upset. And then he changed on a Beyonce song.
You do not do that.
She was very angry.
Absolutely.
And so is that taken
That's how
from-
people get cut, Gayle.
That's right. That's
That's how
exactly
people
right.
get killed.
Yeah, you lose your life.
So I was wondering how much of it you drew from your own personal experiences, but I thought something like that is so relatable and so true. And you're writing in teenage voices, and no disrespect, neither one of y'all is teenagers.
We are not. I think
But you look it.
We're still spring chickens, but because we love and respect the kids that we're writing for, the teens that we're writing for, we want to honor their experiences. I was a teacher for 13 years. I'm writing for my students in East Harlem. And also, I'm remembering myself at 16. I was a mess. I didn't have the courage.
You were
to
a
someone.
mess?
A mess.
Share, Dhonielle. What did you do?
I was more like hate, hate, hate. Ooh, I like. Oh no, I'm in love. So that's like probably what I'm like as an adult too. But like,
Yes,
you know, it's
that's her
hard.
as an adult as
yes,
well.
it's hard to tell someone you love them, and so we wanted to really sort of channel our teenage selves,
Yeah.
but also the teenagers that we work with, that we see across the country.
Yeah.
Honor those experiences. It's messy.
Angie, according to PEN America, books involving LGBTQ themes are being banned more and more. What's your message to those that are making it harder for books like these to hit the shelves and reach young readers?
Yeah, books featuring LGBTQIA plus characters, books featuring Black characters. You know, my books are some of the top 10 most banned books in the country. And I think what I wish people would think about is the message that is sending to the kids who see themselves in these stories. You know, we're writing mirrors and for them, and they see themselves in these characters. And when you're saying ban this book, what you're essentially saying is you make me uncomfortable. I don't want to hear from you. What I wish more people would do is talk to the kids who are reading these books, who see themselves in these books, and ask them, how has this impacted you? I have yet to have a kid tell me the hate you give made them feel bad for who they are.
Right.
You know, if nothing else, it's opened their eyes and expanded the world for them. And there's nothing wrong with
And it's
that.
empowering.
Thank you.
Angie Thomas, Dhonielle Clayton, thank you so much.
Congrats.
Whiteout, it's on sale now. Make
Love will
sure you
keep you
grab
warm.
it because
Yes,
it is
love will
amazing.
keep
Love will keep you
warm.
warm.